Magnificent Seven is a remake of a remake. There was the 1960s version of The Magnificent Seven, and then there was The Seven Samurai, which was The Magnificent Seven was a remake of The Seven Samurai, and The Magnificent Seven is a remake of The Magnificent Seven. So, I did see Seven Samurai years ago in college. I have not seen The Magnificent Seven, the original, I guess, and now I am checking out the new 2016 version of The Magnificent Seven, which stars Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, and plenty of other people, and is directed by Anton Fuqua, who I really like as a director, and I was curious to see how he would handle a Western film, and I was so happy with this film. I was enjoying this film throughout. A small town is being overrun by Peter Skarsgård, who is a really ruthless man and who wants the town for gold. And after a young girl steps up and hires Denzel Washington, it's up to these Magnificent Seven group of people to stop Peter Skarsgård from terrorizing this town and killing everybody in there. It really sounds like a lot of other movies like Fast 5 and the new Star Wars Rogue One, and it's just like, get these group of people together and let's have them stop this bad guy. The Magnificent Seven embraces that cliche of, you know, these group of people getting together and stopping the bad guy, and also embraces the Western cliches, which I really loved. Yes, this film is very cliched. You have the stare downs, you have the people swinging the guns around, you have the dirt and riding the horses, but it all really feels authentic, and I really appreciated the way that they handled the cliches. You could have made them really corny and be like, okay, we get it. You guys are staring at each other and one of you is going to pull out their gun and shoot the other person. But honestly, it felt really intense. The showdowns were handled really well. You can felt this level of intensity behind Denzel Washington and like the other bad group of people. You can tell that one of them is going to whip out their gun really quick and shoot the other person, and they're going to go whoosh and swing their guns around and put it in their pocket, and I just loved it. And since they were embracing the cliches, everybody else was having really fun with it. Denzel Washington was Denzel Washington, the stern kind of guy who leads the group. And then you have Chris Pratt, who seemed like he had so much fun with this movie, and although his humor was a bit, I guess, modernized for that age, I did think he was pretty hilarious. And then you have Ethan Hawke, who was great as well. Then you got all these other people who I think were really great, and the setup for each of these characters took a little amount of time. The movie is over 2 hours, but the setup you have to have, and I'm glad they didn't do it in like a montage sort of way. They introduced these characters, they set them up really properly, and it made me care for these characters more for when they were in the showdown at the end. I was worried for their life, like, hey, don't die because I kind of like you for how you were set up earlier. So I did like the setup for the characters. I think it took their time really well, and we got introduced to them and like got connected and attached to them really well. Overall, it's just a really enjoyable, fun ride. I like this movie. I like the characters. I like the setup for the characters. It was just an enjoyable movie that I could see myself watching over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and give The Magnificent Seven an A-. Have you guys seen The Magnificent Seven? Have you guys seen the original version? Have you guys seen Seven Samurai? Which one is your favorite? I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I highly recommend it. It's definitely like a popcorn action film where you just sit back, enjoy it, and just have fun with it. So this is Just Watch Movies with his review of The Magnificent Seven. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. You can also check out my Facebook page, the same name. The link will be down below for that. This is Just Watch Movies, and you stay classy, YouTube.